Before we get into the topic of the video, though this does tie into it because it's a Marvel comic book, look at the absolute state of current modern Marvel. What is this? What is this? Why is Thanos driving a 1980s F-150? And if he was going to do this, why wouldn't he just rip the entire top of the truck off? This is ridiculous. But anyway, let's get into what I'm sure is doing much better. The Marvel Cinematic Universe over on Disney Plus. They just released Echo. And we can take a look at some of the headlines telling people why they should watch this show. This is from Chicago 7 Eyewitness News. ABC 7 Chicago Eyewitness News. Marvel's Echo star breaks barriers in the deaf, indigenous, and amputee communities. What I find funny about articles like this is they don't really touch on why the show is good story-wise. It's always, well, it's got this and that and person this and person that and identity this and identity that. It's not, well, it's a gripping thriller crime war show about two rival gangs duping it out for territory. No. The star is missing a leg, but you can't hear. The show is amazing. You need to watch this. It's really not a selling point. It's not. A good show would be a selling point. But this is not a good show. I have now watched 2 episodes of Echo. I will have all 5 completed by the time Saturday's Flashcast comes up, and we will talk about it at length, for a little bit. I don't know how long we'll actually talk about it, but the hype around the show is rather amusing. Like this post right here, trying to hype up that Daredevil is in it, and he is in it. That's a thing that's been known for a while. That fight scene leaked 2 weeks ago, and everybody was laughing at it. But they're trying to hype it up by saying that that actually took place between certain parts of the Daredevil show between 2018 and 2025, meaning that he wasn't a victim of the Thanos snap. Well, the Thanos snap must have hurt him so bad that he ran away from Echo. Like, this is how they hype her up. So, and this is a problem. So in wrestling, if you've ever watched wrestling, they have this term called throwing someone over. Where, like, for example, The Rock, right, would lose to a new person to try to boost them up, to make them look powerful and that they're an immediate threat and they're relevant. You're kind of putting someone over, right? That's what this is doing. So Daredevil, a character that they've just reintroduced and brought back, he hasn't been in anything since No Way Home, and then he also had that embarrassing, he had a great scene in No Way Home, and then he had the embarrassing scene in She-Hulk, and now they've embarrassed him again. Wow, what a way to set up your upcoming Daredevil show. I'm not even kidding. He fights her. She goes toe-to-toe with him, by the way, toe-to-toe with Daredevil. All the training we've seen from her is that she got karate classes as a kid. So I'm going to assume that she kept taking karate lessons throughout her life. And they show her boxing. Daredevil has powers and was trained by, like, a league of assassins. I forget what it was called, but he fights the hand. I forget what the guy that trains him, I forget what he's from and his background. I was never a massive Deadpool fan, but I love that Netflix show, and I like certain runs, like the Frank Miller run of Daredevil. I haven't read in a long time, though. But anyway, he's had, like, really special training. Basically, he's like an elite fighter. Definitely a step up from the training that she's had because so few people get it. But damn, she can go toe-to-toe with Daredevil, no problem. And in fact, she's so good that he doesn't keep trying to take her down. He runs away. So, great way to set him up and throw him under the bus. But, you know, this is the MCU. They don't have a problem doing that. Let's take another look at some of these headlines here. This one is my favorite. This is from Deadline. Echo TV show, loud and proud. Disney's indigenous series is exactly what Marvel needs right now. That's right, exactly what they needed. Just like the Marvels. It's exactly what they needed. I love the fact that Kingpin has been made a bitch in 2 shows now. But they want to make him be, from what I understand, the rumors are, like I said in a previous video, they want to have, at least they did want to have like a cosmic villain. You know, they wanted to have like a big villain for those kinds of characters. And then they wanted to have like a more down-to-earth villain, like a Doctor Doom, who has been a cosmic type villain before. Can really do anything with Doctor Doom. Or maybe it was Doctor Doom, and then they wanted to have like a Norman Osborn. Who knows what the hell they're going to actually do. But this would fit those rumors. You got a Kingpin. They want to make Kingpin the Thanos of the street-level characters, like a Spider-Man and a Daredevil. What a way to set him up by having him get shot in the eye and then brought back to life just to have him cry and get dethroned again. So you've had him get beat twice. Wow, what a threat. Wow, what an amazing threat. It sounds like a pushover to me. This is all done to put over a character that, I'm going to be honest, nobody cares about. Nobody cares about Echo at all. And that's another thing that's going on with this is tweets like this. People are like, I can't believe that people are mad that a show about Echo is about Echo and not the Kingpin. You do know that this is a Echo show, not a Kingpin show, right? Nobody was asking for this show. Marvel has a cast of characters that have been around since World War I, or excuse me, World War II, right? They weren't called Marvel. They were called Timely Comics, Atlas Comics. They've had a bunch of names. But eventually they went with Marvel. And they've had all of those characters since World War II. But thank God, the first one that gets introduced, you know, when they became Marvel since the 60s and all of the big characters started to get introduced, thank God they gave us the Echo show. Thank God they gave us Agatha Harkness. Oof. Fans are so happy. The fans are really happy. And this is kind of the point. And if you complain about this show, well, you're an ableist, a phobe. The show is not good, and it's a character nobody wanted. The Agatha Harkness show is going to have the same problem because nobody gives a shit about an Agatha Harkness show. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I just find all of this funny. I want to share it all with you lovely people out there. So let me know what you think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.